Grab your shield and sword, raise them high, and welcome to the knighthood.
Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, friends. From beyond the binary, we are live on twitch.tv. Welcome on in, everybody. How are we all doing today? Lovely to see you all. Welcome. How are we doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Monday, everybody. Can you believe it? We made it through the weekend. And it's apparently a most sovereign lady's birthday. A happy birthday, Sov. Have a lovely day today. Can we get some happy birthdays in chat for none other than the most sovereign lady? Hey, have a lovely day, Soph. What have you got up to? Let me quickly catch up on chat and see who's here. Hello, Zerpup. It's Kate, Pi, Nemesis, Asik, Meg, Thanko, Defunct, Defunct's not here because apparently he's in a meeting, which is a shame. Super Koji Man, hello.
And sword.
Hiss, thank you for gifting a subscription to none other than a most sovereign lady. Sov, enjoy the gift sub, courtesy of none other than the Hiss Lizard. Thanks, Hiss. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. Koji Man, hello. How are you? Prop, hello. Hey, early gang. I have meetings all morning. Onboarding for my new role. Still be banished to the VODs once again. Wanted to say I hope everyone had a good weekend and was glad to see that we got the break of tension at the end of the Palakistan Matsya arc before the break. Tell me about it. I am fully with you on that, man. Chat, last stream was, a roller coaster I think wouldn't be doing it justice, calling it a roller coaster. It was a lot, is what it was. A lot that I wasn't expecting, but my god, what a story being told, huh? It definitely resonated with me in a bad way and a good way, you know, in a way, I suppose. Yang! Oh my goodness. Whoa! Yang, what generosity.
Sing Yang has just tipped £24.
Yang, thank you, buddy. That is incredibly generous of you. Can we get some love in the chat for Yang, please? Buddy, there's no need for that, but thank you. You know what, Yang, in honor of the £24, I will attempt to run 2.4 miles tonight. How about that? How about that? Tie it into the donation somewhat. Yang, thanks, buddy. I really do appreciate it. SF6 prop. I hope you're enjoying it, buddy. We were chatting about that last Friday, I think. Sorrow, hello. Yang, hello again, of course. Make a Stay. Pi, Armo, Lord Wizkid, Ruby Memoria, Misidentified Lemon. Lemon, how are you? Ike, hello. A Most Sovereign Lady, of course. Hello. Happy birthday again. Dead Context, hello. How are you? Gorshan, hello. Elusha, hello. Gorshan, hello again. Make Some Time, welcome. Asik, hello there. Spirit of Gotham, lovely to see you today. Judge, oh. Hello, Judge. How are you? Crit, hello. How are you today? Welcome on in. Sand Squared, hello. Kamuru, hello. Armo, Crater Gaming, Mega Majig, Make a Stay, Floating Fat Man, Shadow Song, BST, Astrin, Whitethorn. Yo, Sarah, hello. Beard, good afternoon. How are you? Lala Aria, welcome. How are you? Risha, hello. Lovely to see you. Yang! Welcome back for 24 months.
Wow.
Wow.
I can't believe it's only been 2 years. But glad to have been a part of this for 2 years. It's been awesome.
No way has it only been 2
shield
years.
And sword. Raise them high.
What is going on with time? Time and space. Yang, welcome back for 2 years. I greatly appreciate it, buddy. June, thank you for gifting a sub to Boondoggle. Boondoggle? Well, come on in. Courtesy of none other than June. June, thank you. I appreciate that. Yang, your £24 donation now makes a lot more sense, considering your 2 years of resub. Greatly appreciate the support, buddy. And June, thank you again. Erastos, hello. Risha, hello. Einfact, Norb, hello there. How are you? Welcome on in. Mr. Gabs, hello. Looking forward to seeing your project today. I think you said today you can post it somewhere. Love me a good stream on my PTO. Oh, love a bit of PTO, June. There we go. Look at that. Seabass, hello. Og Blomskulk, welcome. Tatey Bread, hello. Green Chocobo, welcome. Lovely to see you today. Cypher, hello. That's Celeste Lotus, lovely to see you. I feel like this is our punishment for singing the Arthur theme. I was this close to joining in, this closest, but I decided not to, and I thought I'd let you continue on because I was enjoying it. Alexi, welcome. Alexi, how are you today? Lovely to see you. You've got your dates for the January trip. Fantastic. Fantastic, Alexi. Subject Panic, welcome back for 8 months. How are you today, buddy? Lovely to see you. Can we get some love and chat for Subject Panic, please? 8 months of support. Kendra, hello. Kendra, how are you today? Whimsical, hello. Geek, hello. Ezreal, welcome on in. Where am I here? Fredermus, hello. T-Mouse, hello. Winterfall, Echoey, McDougall, Armo again, Ollie's dad, hello. Why does Mrs. D20 not have her throne yet? Well, Mrs. D20 does have her throne. It's the sofa. She sits there quite a lot, and she enjoys it, and it's very comfortable. She has her spot, I've got my spot. That's her throne. Ollie's dad. How are you today, buddy? How's Ollie doing? Is he doing well? McDougall, hello again. Asik, Thanko, the Smangler, Gal, regretting username. Armo, hello there. How are you today? Cloud, welcome. Pizza, hello. Terralyn, hello there. Sand Squared, hello. Holliver, hey, Holliver, welcome. Lovely to see you. Pinderweeb, welcome on in. Truck, hello. Virtual Souls, hello. Gutler, hello. Sinister, welcome. What the hell?
Mega Magic has just
What?
tipped 50. Good morning, someone left this 50 pin to one of your cork boards. No idea where it came from.
Mega Magic, thank you for bringing this to my attention. How the hell did that get there? Mega Magic, thank you very much for the £50, or should I say thank you for, again, pointing out that it had been pinned onto a corkboard by a mysterious donator. Thank you, Mega Magic. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you very, very much. Can we please get some love and chat for the lovely Mega Magic? Or, gotta say a bit faster, Mega Magic. Like Thingamajig. So good. Ever since you told me how to say your name, Anyway, I just think it's brilliant. June, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Thank you again, Mega Magic. £50. I can't believe that. Sinister, hello. Chocobo, hello again. Yuri, welcome on in. Revelation Orange, lovely to see you. Rudeski, welcome. Lovely to see you today. Mr. Gabs, hey, it's Zay. How lost are you feeling? How lost are you in feeling in when the story might go next, Andy? Where do I feel like the story's going to go next? Not a Scooby-Doo, is the honest truth. I had one complaint from the last stream, and it's something to do with where the story's going to go. It was my inaction, my Warrior of Light's inaction, in defending the Sartrap. I've been ruminating on it a little bit over the weekend, and I watched the cutscene back, and come on, I could have got over there quicker, right? Surely I could have got in there, you know? But no, as for where we're going to go next, I'll maybe do some theorizing in a minute with you all. Velcro, hello, how are you today? Hiss, welcome again. Artisian, hello, how are you? Fumi, hello, welcome as well. Immortal Aero, lovely to see you. Leonix, how are you today, sir? Shiro Kazi, well, good morning. Hopefully you had a good weekend too. Jim Berry, hello Jim, how are you today? I mentioned on Friday that I hope my Saturday D&D wouldn't be cancelled for a third week running. I shouldn't have said anything because it was indeed cancelled. Oh, Beard, no. I've been looking forward to hopefully bouncing, you know, D&D stories off of you. That's a shame, man. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't happen again. There's no way we're going to get it a fourth week in a row, right? Hopefully you and your friends are able to sit down and, like, get something in. Eganist, welcome. It's Monday. Andy, you're always a Friday. Whoa. There was meant to be a quote after Monday. I like it, Eganist. Thank you. You're always a Friday in my book too. I see you and I just feel better. Sinister, hello. Eganist, welcome. Martian, hello. Igneous Flammer. Thank you also for the Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. It's a problem with the cutscene direction. Clearly, a Warrior of Light had a deep-seated hatred for the Sartrap. I always chalk it up to anime bullet time. Yeah, I guess so. I felt the same, Andy. I think they kind of erred in the cutscene, and showing your character as close to the Sartrap as they seem to be makes our inability harder to swallow. Definitely. Yeah, in my eyes, I feel like had we been maybe in, like, the throes of combat saving somebody else, and then we look over and watch him get eaten up, sure. But the fact that we're like, oh no, and then we start running over, I don't know, it felt strange to me. But again, I'm not one to be negative for the sake of being negative. I thought I'd point it out because I figured other people might also have a similar issue with it, you know. I will suspend disbelief and just assume it's anime bullet time, where we've seen it and it's happened, but for the sake of the cutscene, it makes it look like we're running over when in actual fact it was like instantaneous. I think my Warrior of Light was just horror struck. Yeah, because I tried to rationalize it over the weekend too, and we've seen a lot of stuff. I think we could have pushed through, but that's just me speaking. Shanali, hello. Cubic Pete, hello there. How are you today? I might need to DM a session for the ND community. Mega Magic, I'm in. I'm a forever DM, so I'm down to hang out and play at some point. We had a good session. I'd get into it, but people would accuse me of stalling because I would be here for hours talking about my D&D campaign. But it went well. Everyone had a good time, and one of the players turned to me after everyone else had gone. He said, "Endy," obviously he used my real name. It'd be very strange if they called me Endy in real life. He said, "Endy, that is the best session of D&D I've ever played," and I was on cloud 9. So that should tell you how it went, hopefully. I got the seal of approval from a friend of mine. So yeah, it was really good. I had a lot of fun with it. But I was shattered afterwards. I don't know if anyone else who plays D&D gets like that. My social battery just goes to 0. And all of Sunday was spent just recuperating with Mrs. D20, hanging out, chilling. You know, I needed it, I think. Anyway, Taj, how are you? Welcome on in, lovely to see you. They wanted to portray that your Warrior of Light is far away than it seems, but there's also ether you can use your skills, so don't know what the real intent was. Yeah, It's like a non-issue, isn't it? But it's one of those things that I thought I'd mention, just to see what everyone else thought. How about that Olympic swimmers dive, though? Pretty good for me. Pretty good. Finally caught you live. I caught up on the YouTube and I'm watching VODs on Twitch. Igneous, hope you enjoy the VODs. Thank you for enjoying the YouTube and the VOD stuff. I appreciate it. Hopefully there'll be a new YouTube video going live. I'm aiming for Friday. It'll be like the finale of 5.3. The Seto bit and obviously going back to the source. Hopefully I'll get all that uploaded for Friday. That's the plan anyway. And then starting next week, we'll get some Endwalker stuff out there. Dr. Plato, hello. I always figured it happens way faster. Yeah, 100%. I think that's going to be the answer, isn't it? Been DMing for close to 13 years. Oh, beating me. I think I DM'd my first game in 2013 or 2012. So, yeah, you got me beat there, buddy. But yeah, high praise, right? Yeah, I was really happy with that. Honestly, it went really well. In typical D&D fashion, everything it went wrong about 10 minutes in. Like, I had an idea as to what they would do, they didn't do the thing, and then it ended up being just amazing what happened. And again, I'd get into it, but I'll save that for another time, not at the beginning of a stream when I'm wanting to get into the MSQ. But yeah, I'll share it at some point, maybe on the Zelda stream this week. Are you going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 on stream? Shibuzi, I'd love to. I would love to. I'm really looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of you wouldn't have been here for it, obviously, but I played Divinity Original Sin 2 on stream back at the beginning of 2020, and it is one of my favorite games of all time. So good. And I say this not to be like, yes, I beat it on the hardest difficulty, but we played it on the hardest difficulty, and it took so long to beat because it was so hard. Like, you'd have to like properly think about every little action you made in order to win out in battle, and I love that. So I don't mind that it took me like 3 times as long to beat, because when I beat it, it felt so satisfying. Figuring out like the right way to do everything, you know. DOS 2 is amazing. I got the secret ending in it. I would tell you what ending I got, but it's a big spoiler. But no, it wasn't a good one. Let's put it that way. I go back to Redbox D&D, but I took the Pathfinder route back when. Love from the D20 cousin, McDougall. I've really wanted to play Pathfinder, but it's one of those things where I've invested in the D&D ecosystem, right? Like, I have all of the books, right? And for me to swap over to Pathfinder, I'd feel a little bit bitter about all of the money I've invested in D&D. I think I'll give it a go, though, at some point. I'll try and, like, convince my friends to play with me. August 3rd for PC. Is it August 3rd for PC? Wow. I know they pushed it up, but I didn't even realize it was in August. Sen, how are you today? Welcome on in, Sen. Lovely to see you. Sign, hello. Hey, folks. You all seem absolutely lovely today. Making the world a better place by being the best people. Hope the world is treating you as well as you deserve. Maybe with just a little bit extra for flavor. Sign up. No, you. Uno reverse card. Get wrecked. How about that? Sign, honestly, buddy, hopefully you've had a good weekend. I know you said you were spending most of it horizontal. Hopefully you were able to rest up and relax and recuperate. Hopefully you have a good week today, sir. I desperately tried to get my players towards a particular part of the town to meet an NPC I loved, and they never once went there. Oh, make some time. That's the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling. Cephalia, hello. Hello, I've had a rough start today. Started my workday off, and one of my May files is corrupted. Oh, Cephalia. I feel for you. I feel for you. Fingers crossed it's an easy, smooth fix overall, you getting it back. But yeah, time will hopefully fly by and you'll be done sooner rather than later. Where am I here? Ignis Alchemist, hello, how are you? Dace, welcome. It's hard to write the Warrior of Light in any combat situation because they've never one set job like... Yeah, Dace, 100%. I get you. Yeah. Krikov, welcome back for your second month. Thank you for the Prime resub, buddy. I greatly appreciate that. Huzzah! Huzzah! Thanks, Krikov. Can we get some love and chat for Krikov, please? Thanks, buddy. Hello, we're surviving. Trying not to be defeated by the week. An hour into the workday. Taj, did you not say, either in stream or I saw it on Twitter at some point, you were hiking? Hopefully that's going well. Getting out in the outdoors does so much, at least for me and my own mental health. I imagine on a particularly stressful day, nothing quite beats a hike on a good summer's day, you know? Good morning, everyone. I'm not thrilled it's Monday, but I am glad to be here with you all. Phoenix Senpai, as am I. I'm really looking forward to today. Good afternoon, Andy. Hope you had a great weekend. Quetz Alba, it was great. D&D, relaxation. I did some gardening, which was fun at some point. The only thing I'm a bit disappointed by, I've not run in almost a week, so tonight I'm going to get back out there and run. I'd be more than happy to get you into Pathfinder. Produce the Pathfinder 2nd edition in a comfortable setting as a player. I'd love to give it a go. Mega Magic, yeah, 100%. I'm in. Back from vacation, so I have to go back to work. Second doubly. That doesn't sound fair. That doesn't sound fair. Why don't we just get to be on vacation always? Huh? Serena, good morning. How are you? Clue Lesbian. Got your name right this time. Welcome on in. Lovely to see you today. Sandwich Man, hello. Sen goes raw. I'm always so confused when watching the VODs. I hear Andy say, hi, Sen. And I'm sitting here thinking, whoa, I wasn't even in the chat yet. What? Sen, you make a good point. I guess you can be Sen Goes Raw. I guess I'll just say your full name. Sen Goes Raw. How about that? Does that make sense? Pear, how are you today, Pear? Lovely to see you. Winterfall, hello again. My God, I think I've missed so many people. Sorry, guys. Xaviax, hello. Grav, good morning. I start my D&D 5e campaign with work buds tomorrow, and I finally get to play my drunken master monk, who is a forest gnome. I'm going to take a couple of levels in Barbarian and roleplay that he can't use the Barbarian's rage without being plastered drunk. Grav, I love it. What's your name? What's your character's name? I'm getting myself back into reading, and I finished a really wholesome book. Shanali, which book, if you don't mind me asking? I'd love to get back into reading, but my current, thing I'm doing in my spare time is I'm finally getting around to building my Warhammer army. Age of Sigmar. Slaves to Darkness. Lots of Chaos Knights and bits and pieces, and it's coming along, but yeah, I've kind of neglected it for a while, because I got the little starter set recently. I say recently, it was about half a year ago. It's quite nice just putting it all together and painting them. Very therapeutic. Prince of Shades, hello. Kalela, hello. How are you? Just an alright gamer. Good morning. Lovely to see you today, buddy. Ollie's dad, thank you for redeeming. Andy promotes himself. Chat, if you'd like to support me, you can subscribe.
Grab your shield
Whoa.
and sword. Raise them high.
On you.
Welcome to the night.
Well done. Fantastic timing. You can subscribe, chat. Just like On You did. On You, welcome on in with the Prime sub. Thank you ever so much. I greatly appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Can we get some love and chat for On You, please? You can subscribe, you can join the Patreon, or you can donate. Thanks. Everything's public as well. I make a point of that. I'm not secretly hoarding thousands upon thousands of pounds. You can see my sub count, donation goal, all that stuff anyway. Okay, meeting is finished. Start over from the beginning, please. Defunct. I was going to do it, but I don't think I can.
I thank you for your
I have a hard
pledge
name. Hello. Welcome back for your third month. Enjoy the new sub badge, buddy. There you go. Look at that.
Misclick.
What do you mean misclick? Wait a sec. No.
I thank you
That's not
for
allowed.
your continued
What
pledge
do you
to
mean?
the night.
Zithwan, welcome back for 10 months. Thank you for the Prime resub, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. Cheers. Can we get some love and chat for Zithwan? I have a hard name. And On You, please. Thanks to all three of you. I really appreciate that. Cheers. Out of nowhere. Thanks. I appreciate it. Creepy McPaints a lot. Hello, how are you today? Zithwan, of course. Hello. Iggy the Tree. Hello. Gatling Gull. Hello. Z City. Welcome. How are you today? Defunct, hello. Einfact Norb, hello again. Currently working on a song called The Final Days. Hope to get it released by the end of the week. Einfact Norb, I will happily take a listen. Yeah, looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Skull, hello. Skull, how are you? His name's Zalva. I like it. Zalva. That's good, Graf. I like that name a lot, actually. The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Clune. The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Clune. Shanali, I'll make a note of that, and I'll try and look for it after I'm done streaming today. We've got a couple of spaces on our bookshelf that need filling in, so I might see if I can get it cheap. Sorry for being quiet. I had to handle things in the background. I've been alright. I'm not looking forward to later today. I have to handle some tabletop group drama when we all sit down. Oh, crit. That's my reaction, is just a winced, pained face. Oh, yikes. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. My God. I'm very fortunate, and I've never had to deal with drama. I think the most dramatic thing we've had happen in our D&D group is, no, I can't even think of anything, actually, dramatic that's happened. We banter with each other, and maybe that's, the most dramatic thing that happens, is we'll banter with each other and jokingly pick on people, not on for physical appearance, but maybe they miss an attack and we're like, oh, nice miss, you know, that kind of picking on him. Did you get up to anything this weekend? I did. I got up to some D&D, Meg. It went really well. I was DMing. It went really, really well. Thank you for asking. Did you get up to anything fun this weekend, Meg? Z City, hello again. I'm on Monday mode, aka autopilot. There's just not enough coffee for Mondays. I agree. We're running out. Andy, did you play the Outer Wilds? Hello, Uriah. How are you? I'm a bit late because I missed your earlier message, Uriah, so I'll go try and find that now, if possible. You're right, dude. Get back into it. I reckon you can do it. Kelsia, hello, Kelsia. How are you? Lovely to see you. Valiant Turtle, hello. The most important skill any DM needs is an encyclopedic knowledge of the Princess Bride. This is true. Who told you that? That's my top secret tip for new DMs. What's that about? When the drama isn't even dramatic, right? So, right? Yeah, like we'll just laugh at each other if we miss an attack, and that's probably it. Sophie P, hello Sophie. Yesterday I did a trial roulette on Bard after having not played the class for months. Knew it was going to be rough, but when I saw it was third on the aggro chart, despite barely remembering how to play, aggro. Wait, pause the music. Aggro chart is this one. Is this where do you find that in the game, buddy? What's that about? Felto, good afternoon. How are you today? I do wonder, and I'd love to know. You can see it on the party menu? Wait, it's a legit thing? Oh, shit. Wait, the enmity list is on the party menu? Chat, welcome to my Endwalker playthrough, where we find out that there is a... This is not a bit. There is a aggro... The party list shows numbers for an... No way. I don't pay attention to that, chat. It's true, doesn't know the game. This is real. This is happening in real time, chat. I only found it out this year, and I've been playing for much longer. Okay, I feel better. I feel better now. Party list? That's what I like to see, Nemesis. Someone else joining me in this. I found that out a little late too, Andy. Time to start over from A Realm Reborn. I played for over a year before I found out. I'm almost at a year, so fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. I noticed in late Shadowbringers, you can use that to determine which DPS is doing the most. Oh shit. Okay. I don't, as you know, I don't have any third-party add-ons, so I've got no idea how much damage I deal relative to other people. Now that you've told me this, I'm just going to be focusing on the aggro meter and seeing like where I am as an indication as to how well I'm DPSing. Okay, interesting. I've just never thought it would be visible because I've never had an issue where a tank doesn't have threat, so I never think about it. Enmity is like the DPS minigame. It's not 100% though, because it resets on death. Okay. If you're a DPS and you have the A, okay. So if you have a C, assuming A, B, top threat, and then C is third, you're the best, right? You're doing good. Tank used to have to maintain threat, but not really anymore. Gotcha. Okay. Mr. Locke! Grimlock, welcome, buddy. Man, I have seen what you've been talking about in the other Discord, Grimlock, after last night's game. Buddy, I'm so sad I couldn't make it, but I'm very, very excited to join next time. How did it go? How did it go? Because I tell you, over the course of Friday evening and Saturday morning, I was preparing, like, learning all the rules, basically, Grimlock, like, making sure I was good to go for Sunday. So I was really sad I couldn't make it. Really, really sad, but I'm very, very, very excited to join in next time. It used to be just a bar that had a relative enmity compared to top. Okay, I see. If you ever see, you're probably playing another game. Oh, A aggro. Oh, A aggro, then numbers. So one is reserved for a tank who is first, but not the one. Okay, so A, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks, guys. Okay. If I have a C next to my name, then yes, I'm playing a different game entirely. I see. Yeah, Lemon, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sammy, how are you? Welcome on in. By the way, Chaos Draken, hello. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. I've missed so much again. How does this happen? A bit of a break from my campaign since everyone's taking turns being busy. I'm glad to hear you had an amazing D&D session. I'm sure the praise was all deserved. Thank you, Sign. I've been DMing since 3.0, and we went from 3.5 to 5.3. 5.3? 5. There's no point. 5e, to accommodate everyone with a simpler system. A few other systems in there too. Point is, the praise sentiment of your player is always incredibly touching. It is, Sign. Like, if at the end of a D&D session, as the DM, a player turns to you and says, I had a good time today. Your job's done, right? You've done a good job. I played 4e. I wouldn't recommend 4e to anybody. It was like a video game. Very weird. You had, like, weekly abilities. Very strange. I just know that when the dot next to the enemy's name is red, it's time to hide behind the tank. That checks out, Kendra. Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a better day than me. The absolute fool who managed to spill a whole glass of apple juice on their rug. Sathalan. I guess the silver lining is, if you like the smell of apple, that should now hopefully permeate through your home, right? You know, try and focus on the silver linings. In my case, the drama in my group is caused by a mismatch in player experience. One of my players is a very experienced role player, where two of the group are rather stunted in their role-playing chops due to having a trash can DM before they join my group. And so, they've taken much more of a backseat. Years of not having a trash can DM have made them more bold, but the experienced player is having some trouble leaving room for them to participate. I see, Crip. Good luck, man. Hopefully everyone is understanding. I'm sure they would be. If they're friends of yours, hopefully they're understanding people. I only recently started playing D&D again a few months ago. I played 2.5e last time, and yes, I know, 2.5e wasn't official. I was going to say Frazzlecat. I'm not sure about that, but no, you're right, yeah. Hopefully you had fun. What are you playing in D&D, if you don't mind me asking? Are you the DM? Are you playing? Well, what's the plan? 4e was an interesting pile of ideas, and it's great to pick things out for your own homebrew rule sets. That's exactly what I use it for, Sign. Just another 2 hours until I can take this wrap off my arm. Virtual Souls. Hey, look at that. This weekend I finished the 8-man Endwalker raid and also finished the Diablo 4 story. Also, just started leveling Rogue in 14. Hey, Meg, what a weekend. What a weekend. Hopefully all was enjoyable. I'm sure they were. 4e was better than 5e. Don't at me. Shadowleer. I'm going to pretend I didn't read that, and I'm going to move on. You know about the entire enmity meter numbers now. But has anyone told you about the white dots next to your inventory? Yes. They have indeed. That was drilled into me very early. Because that's a great way of making money, isn't it? Like, early on in A Realm Reborn is constantly going in there and extracting materia. And that's how I sort of made my first few thousand gil, was just doing that. The best thing 4E tried to do is let martial classes do cool things that are normally reserved for magicals. I agree, Fidonis. 100% agree. Don't worry, Skull. I'm not going to bemoan you for not knowing that, because, again, I only just found out about enmity numbers. So, did you know you have to hold aggro as a tank? No way, really? Speaking of 8-man raid, Endy, any plans for the rest of the Eden Savages? I don't have any plans right now. I want to do them, but I don't have any plans, but I will do them. And now he can wear a 17 million hat. Chocobo, don't do that to me. I did get a coat the other day from my retainer that's worth 500,000 gil, and I was like, hey, this is good. But it just tastes of ash and disappointment, because I know I could have had 17 million. Wait, we don't just hoard the materia of all types and levels? Nemasar, that was me for a long time, buddy. And then chat really got on at me for it, and I've gotten rid of it. Endy, I'm in a TSA line at the airport. Should I ask an ice man at the X-ray machine to sub to you? Frodermus, please do. Please do. Yeah, do that. Thank you. I'd love to know what their username is. TSA Agent 47. Because they love Hitman and they also work for the TSA. Maybe. Bought plenty of it, never sold. Not the weirdest thing to happen at the airport. That's your mistake. You're not meant to taste the jacket before selling. Reduces the value. We need to play the game, chat. We need to play the game. I've never sold materia. Really, Lemon? I think the only time I've brought materia was for the A Realm Reborn relic, where you have to, like, meld it into the weapon that you're making. That's the only time I've ever brought materia and tried melding it. Why were you arrested? I said sub to Endy, to the TSA agent. Hopefully they don't take it the wrong way. Okay. Boop. I'm sorry, the alarm has gone off. Please take off any metal items and go stand in the corner. I'm on the book stage of my A Realm Reborn relic right now. It's lengthy. It is. It's a lengthy step, but... And again, I'm not going to get on too many tangents because I do want to get into the game. But I still think I've done 3 of the relics now. I've done my A Realm Reborn, I've done my Heavensward, I've done my Stormblood. I love the A Realm Reborn quest the most because it felt like a proper journey. And by the end of it, I felt duly rewarded by getting the weapon. Heavensward, I don't know. Because a lot of it is gated by tomestones, like, I didn't really feel really happy with the journey, because it was just like, oh, I've got enough tomestones to buy the thing, hand it in, great, go again, right? Frazzlecat, I play at 1440p. Ultra wide, that is. I think the Heavensward story is neat. No, I think so too. I think so too. I think the Heavensward, like, relic quest is great, as is the Stormblood one, relatively. But the thing is, I think with the Stormblood relic weapon, Eureka was great, and my main reward from Eureka, in my eyes, was the armor, right? I really enjoyed getting the armor. Where I feel like the weapon was a byproduct of that, in my eyes anyway. But yeah, pretty sure you already know I like Eureka, XDDQQ PT27. How about that, Chocobo? I need to get back to Eureka. Eureka's amazing. It was some of my favorite content in the game. Tojo, hello, how are you today? Welcome on in. How's everyone's Monday afternoons? Iona, Intravenous, pretty good. How's your Monday afternoon? Lovely to see you. Rip got served? Yeah, get wrecked. Back to the lobby, punk. Yeah, I'll see myself out. No, Chocobo, come back. Get in here, buddy. The best relics to get were Eureka. Insomniatic Potato, hello. Everyone's relic weapons are a nightmare to make. See, this time around, because I've had nothing to spend my tombstones on, I have enough mats for Heavensward relics to make like 3 or 4 of them. And like, the only tough bit of the Heavensward relic weapon now, and it's not necessarily tough, more just time intensive, is the first step where you have to run the dungeons, and then the one at the end where you have to level up Anima, your little Anima companion, by running content. But you just spam Alexander, don't you, to get that. So yeah, those are the grindy bits. Everything else is just kind of, yeah, you know. Eureka, though, I will admit, Eureka I think is amazing, and I think if I enjoyed the look of the weapons more, I'd look more fondly upon them. I do need to try the Shadowbringer's relic at some point, though. I've not done that yet, because I need to figure out how to sort out, Bozja. Anyway, chat, I want to play the game, so we're going to play the game. Erudite Ember, hello. LCTL, hello, how are you? Enjoy the VOD. Hans, probably. Back to Endwalking, indeed. I think the Eureka relic weapon might still be less common because they're not as nice. Meanwhile, Shadowbringer's relics are still the tits. Gotcha. Yeah. My favorite step for the Eureka relic weapons is that middle one, still, in Pyros. I love it. I think it looks so good. Wait, there's a game? I know, right? Color me surprised too. I will quickly mention, because someone asked me earlier, where do I think the story's going to go from here? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've not had enough time to corkboard. I thought I would, but D&D wiped me out. The final days are upon us. The final days are upon us. And it can affect anywhere, as we understand it. But I'm guessing more likely it's going to be affecting areas where these celestial currents are weaker. So we've already had a little tease that Ishgard's going to be affected soon. In that when we got shown the final days beginning, it shows Radzat Han and then cuts over to Ishgard, where we see Erenville witness somebody begin to transform. Do I think we're going to go to Ishgard next? Possibly. 50-50 on that. Might go to Ishgard next and try and save them. I feel like we need to try and spread the message that it's linked to emotion, Arkasha, in some way. Maybe we can let the people know that, wait, this thing that we've been attributing to Ether is actually this other unseen energy known as Arkasha. And negativity, despair, hopelessness, anxiety, panic, all of that and more is going to result in you transforming into this hideous, nightmarish beast. But then much in the same way as when you tell somebody don't think of something, if you say don't panic, they're going to be like, why shouldn't I panic? And then they'll panic about why they shouldn't panic. And I don't know how we're going to address that. There's something which definitely came up at the end of last week, that being Vritra being able to calm the baby. Because Vritra didn't, maybe he spoke telepathically to the baby, but just being in close vicinity to Vritra, the baby's despair, panic, sadness, whatever, was alleviated just by being in the presence of Vritra. So do dragonkind, specifically, you know, good dragons such as Vritra, do they possess some sort of calming aura? So maybe I still... Chat, I've been to and fro on Mercedia. I've been to and fro on Mercedia. I still don't think we're going to go there, but I can see dragons having an important role to play in the MSQ still. Even if we don't go to their... I don't want to say the word again, because there's a game people play on Discord where every time I say the M word, they take a shot, because apparently I say it quite a lot. So I do think that dragons are going to have an important role to play, and it just so happens that near Ishgard there is another dragon who is positioned to maybe aid them, That being none other than Hrace Velgar. So maybe Hrace Velgar can go there with his kin and, I don't know, provide some sort of calming aura to the people of Ishgard and prevent the outbreak of the final days up there in Ishgard, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know how we're going to get the message out. I really don't, because I feel like mentioning it is just going to incite more panic. You know? And the sky seemingly only changes once people have begun to transform. Maybe people transforming almost opens up a weakness in the ether of the land and allows the final days. I don't really know, chat. It's hard to say at this point. Moving forwards, though, we need to have a chat over in Sharlayan. We need to figure out what's going on with them. We need to figure out the significance of the flower still. The flower has a significant role to play. That's been made apparent many times in showing that it glows different colors depending on the emotion we're feeling. I feel like if we can uncover more of them, more of the Elpis, and maybe use them as, again, like a Geiger counter almost, right?
Grab your shield and sword. Raise them high.
Welcome on in, Meracidia. Thanks to Anonymous. Thanks, Anonymous. Cheers, buddy. Drink. Drink. Take your shots. Thank you, Anonymous. Linux or Linux Burton. Welcome on in. I appreciate that. Welcome on in, buddy. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. If we can go back maybe to Labyrinthos and pluck more of those Elpis flowers, maybe we can then deliver those to different, I don't know, areas of the world, and I don't know, in some way maybe we can use that as a way to gauge like the Archesha in the area. I don't really know. I think at some point, and I feel like it's gotta be relatively soon, we need to make contact with whoever's soul it was that was brought back to the Ethereal Sea from the first. Whether or not that is Elidibus or whether or not that is Emmett. I'm currently leaning on the side of it being Emmett, given the fact that he's narrating a lot of the story at the minute. And it's slightly meta, but I think, well, if they brought Emmett back to narrate, maybe he's the one that was brought back to the Ethereal Sea by Hydaelyn. Because I feel like we need to learn more about the final days, more about who that being is that we keep hearing. That feminine voice. Ah, at last. Xenos? I don't know what's happening with Xenos. He walked off, and we've not seen him since. I've got notes somewhere in here. Is it this one? Where is he in there? I thought I had a quote that he wrote. I crave pure, unadulterated despair. Xenos' last words before he walked away from us. If he craves pure, unadulterated despair, surely now that the final days have begun anew, and despair is quite literally the cause for these people transforming into these nightmarish beasts, this is a great place to be for pure, unadulterated despair. So I feel like he'll rear his head soon enough. Originally, I thought it was going to be he was going to find a way to tap into the power of Archesha, but I have to wait and see. Xenos' Void Scent is another thing which I think is going to come up. It had a unique model compared to our own Void Scent avatar. Back in Garlemald, it appears, and I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's got its hands, like two hands over its eyes. It's a very striking image, which does make me even more certain that it will have an important role to play, whether or not it possesses a fragment of Azem, whether it possesses a fragment of Zodiac. I'm playing the game, Lady Sumi. Would you rather I played and not theorize? Xenos, all talk, no bite. We are indeed. Xenos is playing Mahjong. Utter despair. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Xenos is a loose cannon at this point in the story. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. I feel like we need to have a chat with Sharlayan at some point, though. and have a chat with them about what's going on and the cause of it all, because maybe they can help out. I'll have to wait and see. If Xenos is playing Triple Triad and he's playing us, all we want to know is what the weather is. When was Xenos ever not a loose cannon? Moo, you make a great point. So yeah, to answer the question, do I know where the story's going to go next? Not a clue. We need to figure out how to prevent the transformations from happening. We need to figure out what Xenos is up to. We need to figure out whether or not Charlian is going to change course and aid us, or if they're just going to be like, nope, we're evacuating, get me out of here, I want to go home. And by home, I mean I want to go to the stars. We still have not had the revelation of what Moonbreeder's parents are up to. They're still not to be seen. We were told that they're doing like a project on behalf of the Forum. I imagine, and this is like meta, I suppose, if they're making some sort of etheric device and we need to figure out a way to get to the moon to deliver all of our belongings, I imagine maybe they're working on the pizza ship that we see in the logo. That's my theory on that. We've already gone to the moon piloted by Space Bunny, so it could really go anywhere. I mean, yeah, I never could have predicted that, right? My greatest rival, my bestest friend, while you were playing with your final days, I was completing my deck. My deck has no pathetic cards, Xenos. Xenos rage quit after Fandaniel stole Zodiac and went to play WoW instead. I went back and rewatched that cutscene, by the way, when Xenos jumps out of the pit. The cradle. And at first, I thought maybe he had absorbed some of Zodiac's power before Zodiac had, like, fully dissolved right away. I do think that is just his enshroud effect. That's my theory on that. I don't think I was right in saying that he'd absorbed some of Zodiac. I think that's just his Reaper enshroud malarkey. Right, Cloud, exactly. I'd agree with that. Anyway, chat, I'm going to begin, because if not, we're never going to play. I'll say hello. ... I agree. May their souls be reunited one day. For that and so many other blessed possibilities, we must avert the final days. Final thing I'll say. That last stream was incredibly traumatic. Holy shit. And you all knew it was coming. That was so unexpected. And honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to cope with it. But we got there. We got there, chat. But my god, that was intense. And very rough. Simple pleasures. Estinian stands in silence. A grim expression on his face. And Estinian was the hero, chat. Which I feel like... everything I could have wanted and more happened in that moment. You know? I was sobbing the devs really went there. They did. Matsuya came through. Matsuya was the MVP. Matsuya MVP. Estinian also MVP. But not as much as Matsuya. Matsuya did a great job. Anyway. Simple pleasures. You are ready then. In that case, let's head to Palaka Stand. No doubt Vritra is awaiting us. Yeah, that really was, really was something. I watched the VOD back, and when the beast literally grabs the mother by the head and then just throws her by her head into the lake. I don't know, that's just... I never expected that to happen. Not in a million years. For the story to go there, you know? Arcasia, how are you today? Welcome on in. Lovely to see you. Welcome on in today. They find that balance between horrible things and hope that just crushes you. For me, if things are too bad, I check out from the story, but they have people who keep you going and it's crushing when bad things happen. Definitely. Judge, exactly. I reckon that, like, throwing her snapped her neck. That was my guess. Such power, I can scarcely believe it. First hordes of beasts, now a mighty worm. Our worlds grow stranger by the day. God, Reacher looks good, chap. I wonder if this, like, damage will ever recover, like, on the back. Surely it will, where he's, like, removed scales from his own body, you know? Clivey Bear, how are you today, buddy? Good to see you. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory, as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasaf and Mivan's babe is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsuya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. Thinking about their conversation. He's doing it! He's doing it! I am Vritra, and for years uncounted have this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahawan as my loyal servant. Am I used to be believed? You, with a satrap, all along? Nadana, what are you doing here? Please say I got good news. I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palika's Stand in their time of need. And so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mavan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Vashan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum? A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family, in secret, to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of Ahawan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vritra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radzat-Han, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vritra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this, their darkest hour. It would seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzat-Han fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Purisa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Okay. A favor, chap. Also, during that cutscene, I realized why Y'shtola couldn't have come with us to Thavnir. Because Y'shtola would have seen Vashan and be like, yo, this little boy has so much ether in his body, like you wouldn't believe. And that would have been like alarm bells ringing, right? Curious, isn't it? The burning sky is so ominous, yet the crackling flames here are somehow calming. What a lovely aroma. I wonder what sort of spices those are. Vritra chose to reveal his identity to the villagers of Palakistan before all others. A wise choice, considering the warm reception. Even seemed a little relieved. Remains to be seen how the people of Radzat will take the news. But if this was any indication, he need not worry. Oh, I know that Estinian sniffed him out. I'm referring to Y'shtola's ability to see
I thank you
ether?
for your continued
Rutsky?
pledge to the night.
She has an ability to, like, see etherical energy within people. And goats, thank you for the 2 months.
This
I appreciate
boy,
it.
Slaps Roof, can fit so much ether in it.
Slaps roof of Vashan. This boy can fit so much ether in him. You wouldn't believe it. Goats, thank you for the 2 months. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, Andy, running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vritra and Estinia not arrived when they did? No, I must focus on the good. Ivan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that is all that matters. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnir? So the final days are upon us, Nadana. They're well and truly upon us. Oh my. That's rather a lot to take in. Wait until I tell you about the rabbits on the moon. Then you'll be properly shell-shocked. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed with my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty though and has a way of lifting the spirits. There we go, lifting the spirits, chat. That's the medicine we need. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Idana. By all means, allow us to assist. And again, it ties into all of these things we've learnt before and sort of has been prophesized by various characters, that being especially Temelan, and what we've heard from Vritra most recently, very prophetic speeches talking about how we need to be that light, the light in the darkness, a beacon, to uplift those around us. And at first I thought it was referring maybe specifically to maybe the Scions, but I think it's on a much broader scale than that. Like, I don't know, star-wide scale, in that we need to be a hero that can ignite that spark of hope within people to get them to stave off their own journey towards despair. So in us being that beacon of light, that beacon of hope, everyday citizens of this land can look to us and be like, I will be fine, for we can trust in the warrior of light. We've got Andy looking after us, you know? And hopefully that's enough to sort of keep their spirits lifted somewhat, you know? While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. Far less arduous task, no doubt. When you're finished, look for me at the Wakeful Tirana. Okay. Today I referred to my mother's garden as a pot garden, referring to the pots, and my therapist couldn't resist joking about a marijuana garden. You mean the devil's lettuce pear? Oh dear. I'll be most obliged if you could deliver a few cups of chai to the villagers. I'm certain it will do much to soothe their aching bodies and heavy hearts. Oh, Andy. I've read it, okay. It's fine. It's exactly the same as before. on the topic of things that... Oh, no, I can't talk while I'm talking to people. Look at them all, lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? A cup of chai? Can't you say I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. I was going to say, and this is, again, just leading off of my other theory, I wonder if we will go and seek out a reflection, I suppose, right, of Fandaniel, be it in the Void or the First. Because I'm thinking, again, I'm feeling quite confident in the fact that I feel like he has a part to play in what the final days is. Be it him being part of like the catalyst for what began it back in the ancient times. And seeing as he is now gone, I wonder if we can find, and it'll probably be the First would have to go to the First and find somebody, the person on the First, who possesses a fragment of his soul, you know? I would say so, Kelsia. I'd say so. Thank you for coming to my rescue. Now that I'm safe, I must follow your example and find a way to help where I can. The aroma of that chai truly is irresistible. Do you suppose Nadana would mind if I help myself to a cup? Go for it. I'm not going to say the M word, Cloud. I'm not going to say the M word. The only thing that I would be uncertain of, I suppose... Hello, Chocobo Keep. Well met, Traveller. Might I interest you in a Chocobo Porter? No, I just want to get rid of the exclamation mark. Is whether or not we would be able to awaken the memories within. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and that's all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. Here, have some hot chai. A mug of piping hot chai brewed from the aromatic tea leaves flavored with Nadana's secret blend of herb spices and mixed with rich milk and sugar. Skull, as do I. This is for me. Used to drink chai together often. Shared stories of steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory and for we who must remember. They mentioned that a minute ago as well. I can't remember who said it specifically, but carrying the weight of memories is another part of prophesized things that are being told to us either by Vritra or by Temelan, and about how important memories are. I heard that the survivors we met at the temple have all returned safely. The crisis may not have passed, but being home and among friends should do much to ease their spirits. Is the chai tea in the cookbook? I have no idea. I'd have to let people know. Or have people tell me and let them know. If you suppose Garland Ironworks had a cowboy-themed party, do you think it would be called Merry Sid Ye Haw? I don't want to be here anymore. To think that the dragon watched over us all this time, of course the revelation came as a surprise, but strangely, I'm not afraid. 7 ads is crazy. That is pretty crazy, man. Next time an ad break comes up, mention it again for me. Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about it. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Radz-at-Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to turn. Here, drink some hot chai. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. That aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once I've finished this cup, thank you. No problem. All good. Yeah, I'd love to get the cookbook, but I was told that it had spoilers in it. But admittedly, that was a long time ago now, so I'm guessing I'm good to Maybe pick it up and give it a read? Maybe? Thank you for delivering the chai, Andy. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? It most certainly did. It most certainly did, Nadana. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Well said, Nadana. Very well said. Okay, liking the look of this little quest picture chat. Is that Ritra? Matsuya is eyeing you as if something he wants to say. As you finish your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mevan and Karasaf's remains. I've just sort of left them out. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they'll be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her. Growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Oh, Matsuya. What a gentle soul Matsuya is, chat, huh? Well, we've finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavner, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radzat Han? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Then let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The Wakeful Tirana, near the bridge to Radzat Han, as I recall. Very well then. Okay. Nadana and Matsuya are fantastic characters. No, I fully agree. I was gonna say the idea of elephant people is quite outlandish, right? And at first it's like, whoa, okay. I've not met many elephant people in the game. You do meet a few in the Azim Steppe, but they're great. I absolutely love them. I think they're amazing. And honestly, I think Matsuya and Nadana are two of my favorite characters in Endwalker so far. No doubt. So, so good. Because at first, it was such a, like... What is going on? What? Who are these people? They're great. But then bunny people? Are you talking about Vieira, or are you talking about the Loporits? I think both are great. Trunkway and Tuskway! I like that. I like that. Lady Sumi, thank you. I've been meaning to change it back to my other one, actually. But I'm glad you like it. Why not both? Why not both? Look at that for a review, huh? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Where do we go from here, huh? How do you suppose the others have fared in the capital? I hope things have not been too eventful in our absence. I've apprised the Stinian of the situation at Palakistan, so we needn't have that conversation. Okay, good. Alphino told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you'll be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavner. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent Sartrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city of on Alzadal's path. Come. Gladly. Disaster tourism strikes again? I don't think I could get any more disaster touristy than that solo duty in Garlemald. I took a photo as I was crawling my way out of the city. It's like a scrapbook of memories. Oh! I've never had this before. I've never had that before. Interesting. I've heard much of your bravery. By all means, pass through the gate of the first sight. The eye, Razathan's emblem, represents the divine eye of Ritra and how it was able to see through all evil falsehoods. May I watch over you on your travels. Okay. That came up all the time at launch. Yeah, I've never had to run in, like, I've never tried entering a city and it's like, hey, what instance would you like to join? I've not had that before. I've joined instance zones, but never a city. The poor old woman who became a beast said her grandson had gone to Palakistan. I hope he survived. There is a lingering sense of desolation here, but that is much preferable to the panic and chaos we saw before. It will be a struggle for the people to come to terms with these tragedies, but they are far stronger than you may think. I love how Estinian is acting right now and behaving. Really, really, really enjoying Estinian. It is good to see you safe. Given the skies, it is all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been but felled, and the citizens are safer now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, but they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what that is about? Vritra announcing his... Vritra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduta then. But before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. Considering, like, before Endwalker, and even going into Endwalker, I've been so desperate for Vritra and Asdaya to come up in the story, and now we get Vritra, and it's not that he has, like, a minor role. Like, it's not like he's mentioned on the off, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a dragon out there called Vritra somewhere. Like, he has a pivotal role to play, and it's great. I love it. I'm sure everyone will hear about it soon enough, but those who don't attend will be kicking themselves later for missing what's certain to be a historic moment. I agree. I agree. Okay, where am I going? We need to go up here. Okay. Let's go. Bit odd for a dragon to have a pickaxe, though. Took me a second. Some random info if you didn't know already. Mega is cloud, Duta is emissary. So Mega Duta is literally emissary of the clouds. I like that. It's good. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your true leader. It's a dragon. I mean, I'd be pretty happy with that, wouldn't you? I would take that over the alternative. The alternative being that they're not a dragon. Are all the beasts gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. They're all gone. We've seen to that. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Damn, make some time. We literally couldn't. Did somebody say Mega? Hello, Mega Magic. How are you? After a quick review, the cookbook has a few Shadowbringers references, but even those are rather oblique because of the cookbook's frame story, Gacha Talisman. Leave me be, please. Oh, I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. How would you know that? How would you know what your flesh tastes like? I've got so many questions. Oh gods, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. They're all gone. We've dealt with them. They're gone. The square, you say? But that's where the Sartrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's paw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Radzahan in his stead. Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved Sartrap, I'll make them regret it. I'd like to see you try, honestly. I love that Vritra would go play with kids as Varshan. That's great, isn't it? And a testament, I suppose, to the leader he truly is, you know? Wouldn't that mean that the dragon would have been leading the world in such a crap way if we had a dragon as a leader in real life? I guess so, Leonix. Yeah, maybe if we replace leadership with dragons, and then we'll see what they can do. Again, can't be much worse, right? Worm and man, working towards a common goal. It's nostalgic, isn't it, Estinian, for something which happened earlier in our adventuring career. It would seem the people have some lingering doubts, and I cannot blame them. Yet we know what strength has afforded us with one of the first brood on our side. I have faith the citizenry will come to understand and accept him in time. I hear you're able to bring the situation at Polikastand under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. It was not my place to give orders. I am glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader, a magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them with every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he.
Grab your shield.
People are slowly making their way here.
Raise them high, and welcome to the night.
What the hell? Holy shit! Senpai! Are you done modding Skyrim? Was it Skyrim you were modding or Oblivion? I can't remember. One of the two. Buddy, thank you for the very generous 10 gift subs. Landing in the laps of none other than, drumroll please. Thanks for the drum roll. Sigma Cerberus Zuhai I Danyo, Executioner 82, Nethralian, Hans probably. I can't read that name. Drax, LMT, and Kiko-san. You crashed it, Senpai. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. I reinstalled Oblivion and started modding it after your comment. I've not crashed my game yet, so I'm still going. Buddy, thank you for the very generous 10 gift subs. I really do appreciate it. Cheers to you. Cheers to Senpai. Oblivion Hiss, yeah, I want to play a bit in my spare time. Not on stream. Thanks, Senpai. Can we get some love and chat for Senpai, please, if we haven't already? Thanks, buddy. Enjoy. No more ads, guys. People are slowly making their way here, but many are still gripped by fear and doubt. Hopefully, Vritra's message of hope will resonate strongly enough with the ones willing to listen and spread to every corner of Thavnir. Like that, what a great way to hopefully, again, instill hope in the people. But it could also lead to some being fearful, which is going to have the opposite effect that we were kind of hoping for, right? Welcome back, Andy. Halfano told me everything. I was pleased to hear that Vritra has chosen to reveal himself at last. The people of Radstahan need a strong and wise Satrap more than ever. Finished rounding up the stragglers? The proclamation will begin shortly. Let's wait here, lest we miss something important. Okay, here we go, chat. Let's see what happens. Oh, I love the music. I love it so much. It's so enchanting and just makes me feel giddy. I don't know what it is. Ah, oh, chat, this is nice.
Look, someone's coming.
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me.
Ah, gotta love him.
Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Oh, I really hope this goes well. Oh, I'm worrying that people are going to respond in fear.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
But I'm hoping it will instill hope.
Many thanks.
Come on.
A dragon!
Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good! I love how we get the shot of Alphino and Estinian. That is such a nice touch. Oh,
People of Radzat-Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Oh, God. Doesn't it just make you happy? I feel so good.
Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
God, let us hope. Come on. Oh, God. That nod to Graha, the knowing nod. He knows all too well about the anxiety of hoping that people are going to accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavne, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable.
God. What a speech, huh?
To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat-Han will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
As one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
No! Don't say that! Oh, no, chat. They're coming for my... They're coming for my tear ducts again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. Oh, I don't think I can cope. That shot of the two of them earlier as they watched Vritra fly across the sky made me think of the three of them, of Estinian, Isael, and Alphonse back in Heavensward. I'm so glad. I'm so glad Alphonse brought her up, but I don't think I am emotionally ready for that conversation.
Indeed.
Oh, his little smile, chat. Oh, no, it's so good. Oh, I love them so much. That's so good. Oh, what the hell? Don't come and ruin the mood. What?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Okay. Let's not be pessimistic. Let's be optimistic.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
That massive dragon over there, mate. Just one. Should be able to see him. There he is.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
What I like about the scene, and I really hope this doesn't get proven wrong in the next sentence, Sharlayan covet knowledge, and they kind of, you know, they're all about knowing everything, right? So the idea that they don't know of Vritra, I like that. I love that. That's such a perfect reaction.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
The only conceivable fashion is to run. I don't buy that.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon?
I feel so bad for the citizens of Thavner. They've had to deal with the, the beginning of the Final Days Part 2. They've had to watch as their leader was destroyed by this nightmarish beast. Their friends and family have become nightmarish beasts. They've just found out their true leader's actually been a dragon the entire time. Fortuno's now about to drop the bombshell that, by the way, that's also an artificial moon, and bunnies live on it. Like, these guys are going to be looking at, like, what drugs they're taking and thinking, have I taken too much? What is happening today?
This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction.
What did Nadana put in the chai? Yeah, exactly. It's been spiked? What is happening today?
And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan, We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnir. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
Great question. Because I've been thinking about that. When Midgard Sormir refers to this star of Aetheris as the last bastion of hope, what does that make for the other planets out there in the cosmos?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people.
Perfect.
To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears.
Okay.
Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase.
Wow. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. There's been some great lines of dialogue in this cutscene, and that might be my favorite. That's brilliant.
Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
Okay.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
We believe in you. Belief, chat. Belief, emotion, Arkasha. It all links together. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, Nadana is sprinting.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Yeah, we're good. What's up?
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palika's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
I love theories, Nadana.
All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
I've been guessing Arkasha.
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Chap! Arkasha conversation number 2, here we go! Nadana, keep telling me more about this Arkasha, please!
Arkasha, yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high.
Ah, here we go!
An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes. In this instance, negative ones set Arkasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
Yep, gotcha.
Do you still have that flower?
The flower as well! Oh, chat, it's all happening. Yes, I have my Heartbloom Elpis. Oh. Oh no! What?
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby...
What the hell just happened?
Then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place.
Yep. Can I get that back?
You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha.
Okay. I was kind of hoping for more than that,
Do
Nadana.
temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
I'm counting on it, Nadana. I need that information. Alright, we need to get back to Labyrinthos, chat. We need to get another Heartbloom Elpis. I can't believe it withered and died. I thought it was just gonna, like, wither up and then, like, stay a dark color, but nope. Something I was... Chow, I got so much to say after that cutscene. Something which I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want to mention it mid-cutscene. Belatedly, thank you for the hype train, by the way. I had alerts off. I'll re-enable them now. Drummer, thank you for the prime. Taylor Hirai, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I greatly appreciate that. And Reese's Sky, welcome back for 10 months. Can we get some love and chat for Drummer, Taylor, and Reese's Sky? Welcome on in, guys. I appreciate that.
I thank you for your continued pledge to the knighthood.
Sparkling Parfait, I remember you, apparently. Thank you for the 8 months of support, Sparkling Parfait. Welcome back. Greatly appreciate your continued support. I remember when we found out that...
I thank you for your continued pledge to
the Sharlians of old... Walladoo, thank you for the prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. Can we get some love and chat for Walladoo, please? Thank you for the 3 months, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. I remember when we found out that Sharlian of old were told by Hydaelyn of the final days and, you know, that prophecy that she told them. And I got slightly irritable at the fact that that was kept from us. We were never given that information. And it got me to thinking that what if Hydaelyn still has a plan? And part of that plan was to make sure that the Sharlians knew centuries ago of this eventuality. And she's given them that job, and we don't need to be privy to it, which is why we were never told. Right? Because she says... it should be on the corkboard, actually. Oh, shit, where is it? Hold on. She says, the fate of the star is now in your hands. Darkness comes, and with it the end. Which, like, obviously I'm, like, reading between the lines and other things she's told me. It seems to me that she still has faith in us. And that what's about to happen is up to us to deal with. Inferring that the, like, you know, running away, like boarding the moon, again, what a wild sentence, boarding the moon and fleeing to distant starfields isn't the only option. Otherwise, Hydaelyn would have surely had told us of this beforehand and gotten us involved with the preparations. Do you know what I mean? And again, this is all rhetorical, so I'm just speaking out loud here.
Hey.
So I feel like even now, I am nothing more than a pawn in her game of chess, the game of chess currently being that of the final days and darkness and despair and the end of all things. And Charlie in a, you know, like a rook, right? Maybe you're not important enough. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I feel like I am important in the story, the Warrior of Light. But in her plans for how she's positioning everything, I didn't need to know any of that. I've got my duty and that's all that I need to focus on, you know? I can't believe my Elpis flower is gone. My heart balloon. But I'm glad to have it somewhat, you know, all confirmed about the emotion thing. I'm glad to see it come back in. I'm a little bit disappointed that Nadana didn't really elaborate too much more. I know Nadana had her reasons, that being there's not enough texts to sort of rely on to go and get information. Let's just continue. Let's continue. Thancred, hello. Their solution sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it's that there is little to be gained from arguing with Charlians. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you're done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. Okay, I didn't know that was the stipulation. Even were Vreetra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Charlians intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? Pizza ship. It's in the logo, Y'shtola. You been paying attention? That soldier of the Radiant there, if I'm not mistaken, he accompanied Ahawan to Vanaspati. Could it be that he knew Vreetra's identity all along? Oh, I've just spoken with you. We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Vreetra and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. Under normal circumstances, the Forum's proposal will be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless, Vreetra is loath to abandon his home, and yet, absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. The only other thing I have to mention is similarities in that believing in Radzat-Han, the light of Radzat-Han will not extinguish for as long as you guys are here, so I feel like, again, light, darkness, extinguishing light, hope, hopelessness, despair. Being here in this city,
your shield and sword, raise them high, and
almost offers you a protection from that transformation, should you believe in it enough, in a sense. Crow 112, thank you for the Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. Get yourself in here. Lovely to see you today. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nadana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension, and if so, are we powerless to forestall it? I don't think we are as powerless as we believe ourselves to be. I think now's the time we journey to the ethereal sea and beseech the aid of presumably Emmet Selk. Under normal circumstances... Okay, I read that. Sorry, Estinian. Sorry, buddy. At World's End... Oh, what a great quest name. The Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I've arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vreetra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merid's Mahane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Okay? And to you, Endy Knight, there is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. Okay. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? It is a great film. I recently rewatched Hot Fuzz, and I need to do the full Cornetto trilogy. Anyway, you may, Radiant Host Soldier. Who? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Well, I'm a little bit sad I'm not going to the feast. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. The Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Okay, I wasn't sure if it would give me some more info. Interesting. Skull, I definitely agree with that. Yep. We picked up on that the first time we came here. And I know some people might perceive it as him and us being able to translate what he's saying, but I feel rather confident in that he just speaks in the common tongue. And I think the fact that we have had multiple times now throughout the MSQ, and even as this random dialogue around the city, like we're told of how Varshan would interact and integrate himself in society, I feel like him speaking in the common tongue, it's, you know, that's got to be what's happening, right? Access to the Aetheryte you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Okay, I will. Let's do it. I love the story of the dragons in this game. Of Midgard Sormir coming here millennia ago with his clutch, his brood. A fascinating story. But I don't know. I've not seen anything like that in a fantasy game or literature before, and I just really enjoy it. Like dragons being aliens. That's cool. I like that. I can imagine a young-looking aura speaking at you in tongues would be a bit unsettling. A bit, yeah. A tad. A smidge. I've gone the wrong way. Sorry, chat. Clearly I'm stalling. So down here, up there. Okay. On it. We all love Midi. He's good, isn't he? I wonder what state he's in right now. And whether or not we will be able to beseech his aid. Because I'd imagine at this point he's still incredibly, incredibly weak. And I don't really think he's going to be able to help us, but maybe we can chat with him in some capacity, you know? I do use the Midgard Sormir mount a lot in PvP. Like at the time when I got it, I understood, wow, this is quite the important mount, you know, being able to ride Midgard Sormir. But as the game has developed, and so has my interest in the story and the lore, and I've learnt more about him, more about Dragonkind, it's kind of unreal that we literally can just ride around on Midgard Sormir, you know? Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. I am indeed. You stand at the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Okay. Yeah, Magdalena, exactly. Oh! Ishgardian delegate. Luminsan delegate. Uldan, Alamegan, Gerdanian. Oh my goodness, Doman. Hello, guys. Oh, sorry, I was... Oh, huzzah! Indy Knight. Great timing, Xenotine. Welcome on in. Ishgard remembers, let there be no doubt, the Fury favors us this day, that we may stand in the presence of a true hero. Andy, we've been waiting for you. Great. Wait, I know you. But forgive me, idle chatter can wait. Well, look who we have here. Word of your deeds in Radz-at-Han have reached the Sultanate, so you know. Good. Good. The Liberator of Alamigo is always a welcome sight. If I can be of service in any way, just ask. Ah, this is great. To think I would meet Doma's savior here, in this distant land. I love how they all refer to you as like the hero of their respective land. Because we are, you know? Not to be egotistical and big-headed, but we kind of are the hero of Eorzea and the world at large, chat. Would you not agree? Hello, Addy. Welcome on in, Addy. Hopefully having a lovely day today. Ah, so you're the one I've heard so much about. Indeed. It's not self-appointed, chat. Welcome to Sundrop. This music feels very out of sync with what's happening. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Endy Knight, eh? I knew at the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Yeah, sure, but please, You are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn. Just want to point out, she referred to me as the champion of Eorzea. It's not self-appointed. Scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-round good egg. Not had that before, I'm sure. This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. I've got to click it. I've got to click it. A woman after my own heart. I like that. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two I'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in now. Radzadhan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? Of course I am. I'm the savior of their people. We've got representatives from Doma, Uldar, and Alamigo. I love that Uldan armor, by the way. I hope that's something I can get in-game. I think the Gridanian one is also pretty cool. Limza Laminza. Like, I love this Gridanian armor. Is that accessible to me in-game? Or is that NPC armor? I think it looks fantastic. Like, the wood? It's good. For hunts, I need to do some hunt trains, ASAP. And at last, but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radzadhan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. I shall. Allow me to wax lyrical. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed. You've given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnair reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the bounty, including this island and Korvos.
Grab your shield and sword.
Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Nari Tori, thank you for continuing the gift sub you received from none other than Oliver. I greatly appreciate that, thank you. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Kalzal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, their transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radzadhan, we've taken to calling the first a change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Aye. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Did we just have like an existential crisis? We just looked into the table and went blank for a moment. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before we go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Okay. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've now gained access to the role quests for Endwalker. Oh! A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee, physical, ranged, and healer. Okay. I hadn't even clocked it. I hadn't even clocked it at the end. They're not required like Shadowbringers. They're not mandatory. I think we'll do some now. Why not? To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Cool. Do you have to be... Hold on. So they start at level 85. They're kind of better to do in a burst. Generally counsel on doing them when you're 89. Do them all at once. And do them when you can do them all at once. Yoshi P recommended you do at least one role quest while doing the MSQ. I like doing mine all together. Do them all now. I did them all after MSQ and had no regrets, but do whatever you like. It's like a curtain call visit to all of your favorite nations. Huh. Shrouded in Peril. So Tank is in Gridania. Okay. Healer is Alamigo. Interesting. Okay. Physical DPS, Doma? Physical DPS. Physical ranged. Oh, physical DPS, of course, I've already been able to pick it up. It's Limsa. Okay. And Ishgard is magical ranged. Oh, look who it is, chat. It's Emmerich. Healer's my favorite too. That's so cool. My personal opinion is Healer's best, then magic, then physical, then ranged, then tank. Really? I think tank was my favorite of Shadowbringers. Healer was really good. My favorite was the tank one. Ranged and magic are about equal to me. Sounds about right. I did a couple before I finished MSQ, left the rest for later. I think when my Dragoon gets to 90, we'll do all of the physical. I think that'll be the plan. Oh, Drax. The amount of people who are like, do them later, like immediately, tells me that the MSQ's hot. So I'm going to keep going with the MSQ. Don't worry, chat. You're not giving anything away, but a lot of people are like, do them later. Pray forgive Shira about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You'll be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mahane? I do indeed. I know Razadon like the back of my hand. Easy peasy. Glad to hear you've become familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all of the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razadhan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to your end, or to that end, sorry, that we might honor Ahawan's legacy and serve Master Vritra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Okay. Cool. I am not going to lie, chat. I'd kind of completely blanked on the fact that role quests were a thing, so I'm very, very, very excited for this. What's going on with Uldar, though? Why does Uldar not... Far from free? Why does Uldar not get anything? Poor Uldar. What did they do to deserve this fate? I can't imagine... Oh, hold on. I can't imagine a single point where I want to stop MSQ for anything else. That's just me. Uldar is as peaceful as ever. Xeno, gotcha. Gotcha. Too rich to have trouble? God, if only that were the way of life, huh? Uldar gets plenty of spotlight in A Realm Reborn too. Maybe Uldar just has strong etheric currents. Probably. Oh, dear. They're not suffering from a dreadful beast. Oh, the tragedy. Yeah, I think that checks out. I feel like Uldar has probably been the city with the most attention, given everything in A Realm Reborn. So I get it. Hey! Chat. Stallwalker. Look out. Balshan Bazaar. If commerce is the lifeblood of Radzat-Han, then these roofed market stalls would be its heart. Balshan himself was a legendary merchant who made a vast fortune through trade with other nations. It was his final wish that his estate be spent on the construction of a great bazaar, ever-flowing with coin and wares. Nice. Just pay off the final days. Easy. Easy peasy. Did I get this? Yep, okay. I've missed one, chat. It feels bad, Pack. How dare you? As a Gridanian native, how very well dare you? Alright, before I chat with you, Milil, let me quickly... I love how Estinian is always leading. Always. How was your meeting with Radiant? I would love to hear more. I'll discuss it another time. Forgive me for not waiting to make a toast. My throat was utterly parched. I don't want to hear anything more about your throat, Alphano. I know I must eat to regain my strength, but between you and me, I don't have much of an appetite. The threat here has been quelled, but our jobs have only just begun. Good, you could join us. Milil over there will be happy to take your order. In other words, go chat with her to continue the MSQ. I'm overdue for a good meal. Hopefully you're not in charge of paying. Milil, hello. Welcome. When the Sartrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Karl Zell from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Mareed's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Oh my goodness, chat. It's on the house. It's on the house. He's keeping the wall up. I like that idea, that wall is about to quite literally crumble, but Estinian, being the chivalrous man that he is deciding to prop it up. How very generous of him. A piping hot mug of chai, local spirits, water, we'll go with chai, please. I've never had chai in real life, chat. Never had it. As you wish. Pray join your friends and I will bring you back your drink. Okay, thank you, Milil. A drink is on its way. Thank you. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? Let me tell you all about it. Basically, got loads of role quests to do at some point. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
I thank you for your continued
Certainly.
pledge to the knighthood.
Here are the details. Magdalena, thank you for the 2 months. I greatly appreciate it.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
He said the A word, chat. He's dropped the A-bomb.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread?
Yep.
As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Is this another 1 out of 3 fish situation? Andy picked the chai. Can't wait, chat. Can't wait for that to be held against me for the next few weeks. Didn't pick the water, buddy. Not gonna get the true ending now. Dear oh dear. Restart from a realm reborn? Gladly.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control.
The cause is that voice. If we can track that down, who it is.
Is there something? Anything we've overlooked?
Please let us speak up and say, actually, yes, on the moon I heard an ominous voice. Come on.
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Yeah. We need to get another from Labyrinthos. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Oh, I've remembered it. Don't you worry, Watcher.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
How about we go and ask somebody who may know more? Huh?
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
In our time?
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
I spoke to someone who mentioned the flower, but they didn't refer to it by its name.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Well, there might be, I'll say. There may very well be.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Is Graha referring to Elidibus? No. No.
Elidibus.
Oh my god! Oh, the music! Oh, oh chat, what the hell is going on? Whoa!
I sealed him in the White Auracite at the Crystal Tower back on the 1st.
No. Chat, I've got goosebumps going all over my body. Whoa! What is happening?
Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there.
Oh my god.
I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
I still can. It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed, to the last. Let us all do what we can.
Oh my god. There's like a storm of emotion within me right now, chat. A storm of emotion. Oh my god. Up until Graha got all like, I genuinely thought we were going to be like, Hydaelyn mentioned bringing someone back to the Ethereal Sea. And I was like, here he comes! Emmet Selk! Oh my god. Not once had I considered the idea that we would be able to communicate with what fragments of Elidibus remain. Not once.
I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
That is my favorite bit of music from Final Fantasy IX. You are not alone, chat.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see.
Oh, don't tease me, Emmet. Don't tease me.
Where beginning ends and end begins.
Oh, no. Oh, chat. Wow. Okay, let's do some role quests. That was kind of shit, weren't it? What the hell? Elidibus? Kind of done with him. Let's go see what the, no. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well. If the Forum truly has been spurred to action by Hydaelyn's prophecy, then it is odd that the time... start that again. Then is it not odd that the Anto Tower has entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love? No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Razat Han and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. Well done, chat, on being not so subtle about skipping. Skipping the role quests a minute ago. Dear. I see why. I see why it's better to save them for later. Oh my goodness.
Grab your shield and sword. Raise them high.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs. What? It was very subtle. Very subtle. Have you ever known us to be subtle? Not once, Anna. Not once. Eve Leaf, thank you very, very much for the 5 gift subs, landing in the laps of Beef Hard Cheese, Fantalis, Hestia Acernis, Luke Garu, and Adper. And also, belatedly, Cool Up.
When old feelings start to stir.
Thank you for...
Looks like...
Andy.
500 bits. Misty Rosie. Misty, how are you today? Lovely to see you. I'm not going to promote myself. I can't. It would be disingenuous. Misty, welcome on in. How are you? It's lovely to see you. The final days. How far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself on each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Oh, I don't know if that was the right... I don't know. Well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach after all. Burning skies? Blasphemies? Not if I've got anything to say about it. I'll say I love your optimism. I love your optimism. Deceived. TM, welcome on in. Wow, I didn't know you had Barry Manilow. Yeah, me and Barry Manilow, we're good friends. I kind of hate when they drop the role quests, considering they're totally optional. They really work better later on, if not totally after the MSQ. We did that with Shadowbringers, did them all in one foul swoop. Stop spamming! Andy promotes himself on his own stream. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it, then you can stop. You can subscribe, you can join the Patreon, or you can donate, chat. Thank you. I'm just a guy trying to get by. Trying to buy that Lambo. I have nowhere near a Lambo, chat. I can't even drive. Moving on. Chris, hello. I need to spend points. Just a silly little guy. What was that? I missed it. No, nothing, Misty. Chris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Chat, we're going to the first. How cool is that? Help fund Endy's second yacht. Second? Dude, I got 3 already. What do you mean? Misty, I'd happily take a pigeon. Sure. Go for it. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? I think we're good to go, Thancred. I think we're ready, buddy. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks, and when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Chat. Oh, no. I can't be dealing with that. Should Reen ask questions, don't hide the truth from her. If anything, see if she has any insights to offer. She's not a child in need of protection, but a comrade we should be willing to rely upon, even if a part of me may always beg to differ. Doesn't that just show the culmination of what his arc was in Shadowbringers? In that he says, yeah, tell her everything. Let's see if she has any sound advice for us. That is everything I could have wanted and more. Return to the Crystarium! Oh my god. God, Tia has something he wishes to give you. Take this, Endy. My spirit vessel. Holy shit. So wait, are we gonna... No. I was gonna say, what if the 5th zone is somewhere on the 1st? Considering we're going there. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Ascensa gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, that I'm happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. I feel like now would be a great time for me to go back to Labyrinthos and acquire another flower. Right? So surely I can be like, hey, buddy, look at this. You know? Anyway. Oh, that's so surreal that I've clicked the MSQ and this map has appeared. What the hell, chat? This is just... No amount of corkboarding would have led me to the idea that we might go to the 1st. Like, I did not even a fragment of me would have thought that we would have been able to have communicated with Elidibus. Sure, Elidibus's, like, etheric residue is likely there in some capacity, but the ability to actually converse with him, I did not think that possible. Should we take a break for some card games? Yeah, let's go play some Triple Triad. Evil Ramen Noodle, welcome. Hold on. Why is it raining? At least it's not foggy. That would have been the ultimate kick in the teeth. All right. We're doing it again, chat. Imagine joining the stream, you're like, wait, is this guy starting Shadowbringers? The vast wood that stretches before the gate is known as the Forest of the Lost Shepherd. Legend has it that long ago a young shepherd set out into the woods to find the missing lamb but never returned. I wasn't sure if maybe their dialogue would be a little bit different. This is the Ascensa Gate. Here I stand guard in the name of my Lord Exarch, and here I shall ever remain. Okay. I wasn't sure if they'd be like, wait, you're back. What are you doing here? Oh, there she is. And Ruby's here. Hello, Ruby. If the Exarch ever worries for Captain Lena, tell him to rest easy. We're all looking after her, like she looks after us. It feels like only yesterday that she came to me an untested recruit. Now she is an always dependable comrade. At risk of sounding like an old man, it is a joy to watch young ones come into their own. I cannot help but wonder if the Exarch felt this way as he watched over us. chat, I'm reeling right now. This is so good. Andy, you are returned. Hello. Have you been well? You and the others? With no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. Then things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. He said this to you? These exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Andy, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself, futile a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Oh? Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Huh. She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Of course. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I'll be along as soon as I can. I wonder if Gaia will be there as well, considering we've done the Eden series. I hope so. It's funny, because Hey! Oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever seen a rainbow behind the Crystarium before. Look at that. The rains have ceased. And I've been blessed. It's fading away. It's not there for long, is it? Wow. That was kind of special. I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. I was going to say, halfway through that conversation with Lena, it would seem that the final days aren't affecting the first. God, chat. Whoa, give me a second here. We are here on MSQ duty. And Ruby's here as well, because I have a shadow, and their name is Ruby. Me and Ruby are here, chat. Nostalgia, the rains have ceased. Whew. It feels so surreal that we're here for MSQ. Like, what? But I suppose we're not going to find out the truth of the final days affecting this place until we have a chat with Reen. The Whispering Gallery. Why does the Crystarium music hit me more than other city themes? The rainbow did appear just as we were talking of Gaia and Reen, yeah. Appropriate, wouldn't you say? Oh, are we on the crystalline mean or are we in the library area? Yeah, we're down, aren't we? Okay, wait a sec. Boom. Can't have curiosity. There we go. It's reassuring, though, to know that this isn't some sort of end of days thing that's affecting all of them as well. And it's only affecting us. Pending what we're... Oh! The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty... Yes? Okay. Oh, chat. That's almost as delicious as several cutscenes will play in sequence. Reen? Lena? Do my old eyes deceive? I don't know who it is, so I don't know what voice to do. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Andy? Hey! Oh my goodness! Hey, Becklug!
Ha! It is full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend.
What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. What can I say? In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's people. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all.
I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds.
There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the light, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Titania, driven mad by light and loneliness. Vorthri, in his misguided self-righteousness. Hades, who bore the burden of his people. Or, this may come as a surprise, but... Hades. Ah, yes, Hades, he who sought to resurrect his ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night, your battle in the depths of the tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we would think to omit it entirely, of course, no. At the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey.
I know you'd love to talk her ear off, Morin, but we really should be on your way. These documents from Gilmore won't collect themselves.
Of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise.
Till next time, then. You tell the others to look after themselves.
I've lost Becklug's voice.
Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexcite himself again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart.
Goodbye, Becklug. Enigma, welcome. How are you today? Oh. Hello? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Hey! How have you guys been getting on? You making your potions still? It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. Made it myself. There we go. They have been keeping up with it. Best not, Ricky. You'd only give her a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkle isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Aw, he's over there. Oh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkle best? Axe, sword, or bow? I'm not axe. You need to become Ardbert, basically. The axe. If you took up the axe, You could be just like... Oddbert, the Warrior of Light! There we go. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Okay? I love their wave. Goodbye, children. Come on, can we get a Silver? Can Silver come join us? Unukalhai? I hope it takes into account that we did do all of the role quests. I'd love to have... Such fun she's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does she spare a thought for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Oh, no. Cold and cruel and heartless. Feoul, I need you. Oh, faithful Feoul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. It's got to be that. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time, though for there to be a next time, you've got some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How did you know that? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. That's why it had appeared behind the Crystarium, chat. It's how Feoul got here. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is to spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. Is Feoul offering to kill me, chat? I mean... But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. That's for me, thank you. But here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End. Here they come. Please let Gaia be there. I'll take it. I'll take it. I wish Gaia were there, but I'll take it. I'll take it. My apologies for the delay. Hendy, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Ah. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared to look Reen in the eyes and tell her that Thancred believes in her and that he loves her. I don't think I can. I have to, but I don't think I can myself. Like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that conversation. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Hydaelyn. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside of me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. I had the same thing happen to me, Reen. The exact same thing happened to me, back in Sharlayan. We're all intrinsically linked in some way. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, Nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Endy? What are you not telling me? I have to know. Please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Allow me to explain. So the final days are upon us. There are rabbits on the moon. There's a dragon. Thancred's done a great job. He loves you. And there's this mysterious force called Arkasha. It's the power of emotion. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarot has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. I'm guessing that because Minfilia was within Reen at some point, Reen has pieces still of Minfilia's ether within her. A connection almost to the source. And maybe it's through that impossibly thin connection left over by Minfilia's presence, or maybe Hydaelyn, whatever. She has that, like, a connection maybe to, like, the ethereal sea, the source. One of the two, mixture of the two, who knows. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No. We'll hold on until you can find a way to save our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Kind of rude that it appeared above my face. There we go. It's better. Cool. She's a stalwart kid? Yeah, tell me about it. I don't know. Hope upon a flower. Oh, chat, here we go. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Reen wears a look of steely resolve. Did a moderator just spoil me by deleting my own message? I don't think so. If you were responding to some theory, maybe the theory would have then been... I don't know what you said, but I wouldn't assume that. Let's do some role quests to simmer down. Take a sip. I do have plenty of water left over. Reen wears a look of steely resolve. You're headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So, it's farewell for now. But we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. Can't I tell you about Thancred and his love for you? We lived through the flood and the tyranny of the Light Wardens. We're survivors. Do what you need to do, and know that we will too. Roll quests now? No roll quests. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I don't know what to expect at all. I think on my corkboard, I don't know where it would be on my corkboard. Hold on, chat. I am still running, don't worry. I theorized about how we might learn more about the Ancients. Elidibus wasn't on the corkboard. I'm trying to find it. Sorry, guys. No. Does anyone remember which one it is? Does anyone remember which corkboard it was? The brown one? That doesn't help. Does anyone remember? Shit, sorry. Vanar, Hithlo, Emmett Selk. I think Vanar, Hithlo, and Charlene will be our best avenues to learn more. Not even a fragment of me, a shred, thought that we might be beseeching the aid of Elidibus. This is great. Yeah, Mr. Selk, you gotta give him his due respect, right? Redacted? No, I've been meaning to read them. I think I'll start streams by reading some of them eventually. Yeah, Rose, normally I'm pretty good at remembering which one they are, but yeah, in that instance I didn't. Ah, Mistress Endy, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give me the word, and I will show you to the ocular. Let's go to the ocular. Didn't think I'd be doing that today, chat. Didn't think the MSQ would... Oh. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, this is great. Oh. Oh, wow. What a great way to kick things off.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity.
I still do not think it's sunk in for me yet that we are in the Crystal Tower, about to beseech the aid of Elidibus in the hope that he will know more about this Elpis flower that can react to Arkasha. Like, this is just amazing. Level 85, 86 MSQ, chat? Not even endgame.
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
Oh my god!
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. Oh. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
I will.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own.
Okay, that's good.
The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure.
Oh my goodness, this is everything I could have wanted and more. Chat, this is amazing.
Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days.
So Fandaniel possessed knowledge. I'm jumping the gun here. And by celestial, not only is he referring to the currents, the celestial currents, but maybe also Arctian? Maybe?
And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate.
Oh?
Elpis. Yes. The name is familiar to me.
Here we go.
Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
A place?
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world.
Whoa. Right.
Many worked there. And before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief.
That would make sense, considering Armon was so instrumental in Azisla. It would make sense, wouldn't it, that he would have another research facility?
He was Hermes.
No way! What? Oh, no! No! Chat! No! You're kidding me! That's so embarrassing. For so long I thought Hermes was Elidibus. Oh, no! I don't think I've got the corkboard anymore. Does anyone remember that? I was like, oh, he's the emissary, so Elidibus is probably Hermes. Oh, shit! So, Fandaniel, chat, I feel like I want to make notes, but I also want to watch the cutscene. Fandaniel is Hermes. Interesting. Oh my god. And Elpis was a place, not a flower.
That is all I know.
I wonder if that exists in some way still back in the source. If it's anything like Azisla, it would be in the air. So there's a chance. Slim. Slim, but there's a chance.
The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Area ruin has survived.
Okay, well, you just shot my hopes and dreams down Crap. Okay.
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
Whoa, wait. I thought he was referring to Azem within us. Does he mean me? What is going on? What do you mean, Elidibus? Pray tell more.
And a truth that fills my heart.
A truth that filled your heart? Chat, I'm beyond goosebumps at this point. I'm getting duck pimples. Elephant warts. I don't know what's happening to me, chat. My body is hurting.
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course.
That's a lot to soak in. He saw us there. And I presume he does mean us. Because he knows. He could have seen that we were Azem.
You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
What? How?
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower.
Oh my god! Oh, chat! Oh my god, what do you mean? What do you mean, Elidibus?
Which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
Oh my god, what do you mean?
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
What? What? Oh my god! Wait, I'm getting way too excited. I'm getting way too excited. I'm imagining it as a zone. It might just be a cutscene. Calm down, Indy. Breathe. Continue on.
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned.
Okay.
In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
Chat, this is sounding more and more like a zone and not a cutscene. Someone needs to hold me. Like now? What's going on?
For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come.
Oh my god. Oh, chat. It's all hitting me thick and fast right now. Oh my god. Holy shit.
In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Willingly. I was panicking, I'd say no.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
This is happening. Oh?
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular.
Okay.
All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
Oh my god, that's so sad. That's so sad, chat.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
Elidibus, you've already drained me of tears once in 5.3, now you're doing it again, and I don't appreciate it at all. Oh, no.
The ones I love and long to see again are waiting. In that promised land. Beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us.
Wow.
May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude.
We are about to travel in time.
It falls to you now.
Millennia into the past.
And your champion. To save our star.
Oh my god. Huh? What's happening? Huh? Oh my goodness. It's like we went to the first chat for the first time. Here we go. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Chat, what the hell just happened? I like how it's called Aetheryte-like device. I was just very happy to go back to the first and see Reen, see Lena, and guide like man. The man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. But he said he saw us here. Aetheryte-like device. The device is reminiscent of an aetheryte. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. I'm trying. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you failed to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Oh my goodness. This is the right place, yes. Propylaeon? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is known as Propylaeon. Or Propylaeon? Propylaeon? You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, like a small child, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. Look at their robes! Wow. I still don't know if this is a zone or not. The fact that we can't attune... Please be a zone. Please be a zone. Please let this just be a fully fledged zone. And let me explore, please. Black robed man. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amarok. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Fan Daniel was Hermes, chat. He is and was Hermes. And this Elpis is his research facility. And again, much in the same way Armon had Azisla. It's all one flat circle, chat. I'm really hoping it just opens and shows us a zone. Please. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Here we go. Please. Please be a zone. Please be a zone. Oh?
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Is that who I think it is?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
The familiar stranger that we met just before the Zodiac encounter, who I'm 95% sure is Hythlodaeus.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course.
Who's this other one?
As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Who is it?
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Oh my god! Mr. Silk!
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, it is our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
I love their banter as well. Oh, this is great. Please do favor us with your handsome face. Oh my goodness. Chat, what is going on? Can he see me?
Satisfied?
Oh my god, chat. Deep breaths. Oh, it's all coming too quickly, chat. It's happening too fast.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Are they going to open the door? Please be a zone. Oh.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
I have no comment, chat. I'm gonna say he's lying. You saw me a second ago.
That's odd.
Don't.
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Oh my god, chat. This is overload. This has got to be Hythlodaeus, right? It's got to be.
Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image.
Oh! You're so right. Man with a familiar voice.
So let's leave it be. Come now.
Why are you not saying... Come now. Hythlodaeus.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Oh, come on! Man with a familiar voice. Give me your ether. You know you want it.
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I love this chat. This is 10 out of 10.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
That's cruel. That's cruel, giving us the snap only audibly. Show us. Show us the snap.
You may open your eyes.
I will, man with a familiar voice. That totally isn't Emmett Selk. Well, fantastic.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
I was gonna say I look bigger. Thank you, Emmett. God, what a...
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
Sorry, man with a familiar voice. Sorry.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then.
Yes!
Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
I've got a problem, chat. I just saw the name on the screen for like a split second and that was enough. That was enough. Oh, yes. Oh, chat. Please let this be a zone. Please let this be like, if this ends in like 10 minutes, I'm writing a letter to Yoshi P and I'm going to say, why have you done this to me? Hello, Hythlodaeus, my new old friend.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
No way! Is it? Shit.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Chat. Champion of Eorzea. Champion
a
of what?
fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
Yeah, I'm the champion of this land that comes about because your world is sundered by a god. Anyway, it's primal, actually. We'll touch on that later.
So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
We can't say shit, though. Chat, time travel rules. We can't say anything. Oh yes, we're from the distant land of Eorzea, you know? Again, created in the wake of your ancient unsundered paradise. It reminds me of when we went to the first, and I think I said I come from Gridania.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I can answer that question. Ooh. Ooh. I seek a man named Hermes, or I want to learn about Elpis. I want both of these things. I want to learn about Elpis.
Well now, the same as us.
Hey, we're in luck.
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend.
Can we not tell your friend that I'm here? Just in case that causes some instability in the timelines.
And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Okay.
We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Champ, this is...
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
Endwalker so far has been in line with Shadowbringers for me. Like, they've both been great. The past hour is like I've strapped rocket boosters onto me, and I'm somewhere in the stars now, chat. I'm so far away. Like, I am. This is just everything I could have wanted and more, but I could have never predicted. How? Like, this is just amazing. Not only are we in this Elpis, right? Millennia ago. Not only are we getting Emmett, we're getting Hythlo, and we're getting Emmett and Hythlo banter. How? How did people not spontaneously combust when they got to this point in the story? Because I feel like I'm on the cusp of that.
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
Most did. Oh, come on. Zone. Try it with me, chat.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
I'll happily be your little mysterious life form. Please, please, please be more than just like an instant's duty. Show me.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
Oh my god. Argos! Vanar! Oh my god!
This presence.
What is going on? Axolotl! Bird lady!
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Whoa. Whoa.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Wow. Wow. It is literally ancient Azizlar, isn't it? Like, he's a bit of a one-trick pony. I'm not gonna lie. It's, wow. Chat, the past hour has just been... It's fair skies weather. The game did not ordain fog this day. Thank you, game. Wow. I don't want to open the map. I don't want to know anything. I'm just trying to keep myself as, I don't know, away from info as possible. Demokritos. Those researchers are from the Academia Anadis, words of Halmarut, here to observe the state of the local flora. I wish they would give equal attention to the ambient environment, specifically how much noise they are adding to it with their little debate. Well, it's appropriate that they would be debating. Oh, chat, look! I can talk to Emmett Selk. Oh, this is amazing! In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop. I take it back. It's okay, I suppose. It's not as amazing as I thought it would be. Ithlodeus, hello! Been watching a friend play 14, and then you after they introduced me to your streams. The game looks so good, I decided to start my own journey through Eorzea, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Boondoggle. I'm glad you're enjoying the journey, buddy. I genuinely... The game's gonna blow your mind. It's an RPG, one of the best RPGs I've ever played, that also just so happens to be an MMO on the side. You'll love it. Good luck, have fun on your journey, buddy. Thank you for being here. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why? It feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour. Perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. I dare say I will. Hope upon a flower, chat. Ah. For people who are only now joining, my theory earlier was that we'd go and have a chat with the soul which had been ferried back to the ethereal sea by Hydaelyn from the first, and I'd assumed it would be either Emmet or Elidibus, but more likely to be Emmet than Elidibus. So I thought we were going to go to the ethereal sea, maybe through the anti-tower with Matoya's help, have a chat with Hydaelyn, have a chat with the soul, presuming it's Emmet, and then we'd learn more about this flower. No, none of that happened. We are now millennia in the past at a research facility operated by Hermes, aka none other than Van Daniel, Armon, etc. And we've got the troublesome duo that is Emma and Hythlodaeus, who are incredibly funny, actually. I quite enjoyed their banter with each other. Petaluda Hunt. Ooh, mysterious gift. Hythlodaeus is looking you up and down. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmet Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand. So, do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. No, not really. No, in that case, Emmet Selk. No, your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes. You'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Chat. If you know me, and some of you will, because you've watched the stream for a while, I love time travel stories. I love a little bit of time travel. This is like every dream I could have possibly had conceived of come true at once. But I have so many questions. How are we going to interact in this world without necessarily causing some sort of paradox? Now that we're corporeal and can be seen, how, we've got to be so careful. Anything could put this off course. It's amazing, Trace, though. I'm so happy with the weather. I really am. No means no. Just be grateful I'm even willing to wait. Okay, Emmet. Chill, buddy. Yes. These creatures should suffice. You would have me, you want me to kill these creatures? An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Petaludi. These are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Petaludi first. Good luck. Remember, it's a pair of Petaludi we require. Any 2 different should serve. Okay. Okay. Yeah, right, Chimera, exactly. Exactly. Chat, what was your reaction to this? I'd love to know what you guys were thinking when you stepped through the portal in the ocular. I was sobbing. I screamed. What? Whoa, I screamed. Mind blown, hyperventilating. What? I was sobbing. I was incoherent, screaming. Loud, visceral screaming was my reaction. Lost my mind. Tears. Cried like a baby. I cried total meltdown. My reaction was staring. Pure shock. Also hit for days. I loved it. Unbridled joy. I immediately wanted to move there. Mind blown. Bamboozled excitement. I pissed myself. Nothing crazy. Microwave noises. Total disbelief. Had to go scream in Discord. I love this game. I lost my shit and I threw something on my face reveals. The game went through the roof. Holy heckin' crap. That's what I'm saying. The game went through the roof. Like, trust me, I've loved the journey thus far, right? Endwalker has been phenomenal. I can't comprehend what has just happened. Like, my estimation of the expansion has gone through the roof and beyond. To the moon and back. Elpis housing when? I'm in. I think I blacked out. Hillary, that makes sense, given your body pillow. Intrigued. I'm not an Emmett fangirl, so mostly interested in where the game was going. I'm not hey, listen. I'm not the biggest fan of Emmett, necessarily. I'm more taken aback by the fact that we are tens of thousands of years in the past pre-Sundering. The amount of questions I have, the amount of joy I'm gonna take in walking around here, it can't be quantified. Lilia, have a lovely day. Thank you for popping in. Good to see you. Pre-fascism? Yeah, I like that. I never could have expected this. Same. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Especially as a zone. Because at first, as I'm sure you no doubt caught on by the fact that I kept saying it, at first I was convinced that this was going to be nothing more than a duty where maybe we get to chat with a few people, then we leave. Right? And we don't come back. But this is looking like a zone, chat. This is looking like a zone. That felt non-stop with the reveal. Like, they could have held off on Emmett and Hythlodaeus. But they were like, no, we'll sprinkle that in now as well. You know? You're still bathing in the afterglow of having just transported yourself millennia into the past. And then Yoshi P and the gang are like, yeah, here's an Emmett Selk. Here's a Hythlodaeus. Oh, and they're actually incredibly charismatic people, and they've got a good banter and rapport between the two of them, and you're going to really enjoy adventuring with them. You've caught the Petaludi. Come, let us see. Captured Petaludi. Duly weakened and carefully bound, this Petaluda is destined to become clothing. That's kind of sad, but okay. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. Quick question. Did any of this appear in the launch trailer? Because you guys were like, Andy, watch the launch trailer. Did they keep this a secret? I hope they did. They didn't show it? Good. Total secret. Good. They showed concept art at FanFest? I guess if you're like an eagle-eyed person who absorbs all the info, you'd have caught that, right? The launch did not go beyond the moon. Wow. Very cool. Completely secret. Launch trailer basically shows nothing post 83 except for flashes of some late game stuff. Very cool. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now, for a spot of reversion. Go on then. There. It's ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try and emphasize. You turned living beings into clothing, just like that. Won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. Besides, we can always make more Petaludi. They need only a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well, good. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Selk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're familiar. The question is, whose? Ah, of course. Azem's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. I love that. I love that the association is enough. Exploiting our associate's absence. For lack of her presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea. You know it. Aww. Oh, I love it. I love getting to learn a little bit more about who exactly we were. That's awesome. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. It's a full ensemble, chat. Minus headpiece, of course. Gloves, but you know what I mean. Complete, yeah. Wear it? Nah, I've not got enough room in my glamour dresser and I don't have any glamour prisms. Of course I'm gonna wear it, chat. Of course I'm gonna wear it, as if you needed to ask. Cast glamour, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Sophist's robe. Okay, we've got Sophists. Padea. Ah, no. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hide my gloves, chat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hide the gloves. Boots. I might not be able to make it work. Glamour smaller glove on? I have Emperor gloves, but... Oh, wait. Oh, no, I can, can't I? Glamour dresser. This feature may only be used in inns. Oh, no. Oh. Orange tulip corsage. That'll be smaller. Perfect, chat. Perfect. Hide the weapon. Update gear set. Boom. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, chat. Like, the emotional highs that I felt in this game. Even 5.3. Because I think 5.3 is the most emotionally charged I've ever been. Not only playing this game, but any video game. But I think the emotion I've felt since we sat down for that feast with our allies back at Radzat-Han, ever since then, right to now, it's the pinnacle for me. I don't think I've ever been so invested and emotionally, I don't know, had an emotional storm within me of just so much happiness and also glee and enjoyment and just, I don't know, everything all at once. As dubious as it is, passing you off as Azem's familiar is probably the best approach. Should she take offense that others so readily believe her recklessness is to blame, she is welcome to mend her ways. Pass as a child in your original size? I think not. Augmented or no, your ether is still far too thin to be considered normal. Okay. In search of Hermes. Hythlodaeus is ready to continue on if you are. I think I'm good to go. Let's do it. Go on then. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnoresis. Anagnoresis? The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. 10-hour stream incoming? No. No way. As much as I'm enjoying it, like, I'm able to pause and take breaks, I'm not gonna obsessively play, even if I wanted to. And he's got the juice flowing. He's raring to go to the end of Endwalker now? No, buddy. Chat, I hope you're ready for me to stall hard, because every side quest that pops up here with... Oh! Chat! Look! A unicorn over yonder! Where's mine? Shit, where is mine? Am I... Chat, look! Monoceros. Or Monoceros? No, Monoceros I'm going to go with. Monoceros. This is amazing. Oh, I need to make this my mount while I'm here. Hold on. Oh, wait, does it say anything in here about it? Not long ago, Eorzean unicorns. No, I wasn't sure if there'd be like a little hint, maybe. Okay, there we go. It's on my default mount. Side quests here are very worth it. Perfect. I'm gonna try and do them all in that case. Okay, they're gone. Thank goodness. I was wondering what she was examining. It seems to be the bush itself. Let's see if this observer knows Hermes' whereabouts. Yes? Can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. I love that. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. Rando, on this occasion, I will ask what is the definition of anagnoresis? Am I saying it correctly? Anagnoresis? What is it? I'm all ears for the definition of it. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. He was at a pool with like a little bird lady. I say, Hythlodaeus, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well. Do you not? That being the case, could you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Selk and I can discern the colour of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distance. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment. Like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful. Help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. Even though this is again tens of thousands of years in the past, chat, he's still a sarcastic git, isn't he? That isn't something which was brought on by millennia of being alone in the world. He just is. He just is. He never changes. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humouring me. Come, let's find our men. Oh, saying he's dour, I feel like is almost an understatement. Still looking for the chief? He should be out observing somewhere, likely at one of the pools. Wait, you guys are here. We've got Rapu, Riverstone, and Cubic Pete, who've brought their pets with them. Oh, look at the capybara, chat. The capybara loves Elpis. Wouldn't you too? Callias. So much to do, so much bother involved in getting it done. I could have a familiar perform my duties instead, but even creating one in the first place is far more effort than I'm willing to expend. Ashrik is over here? Ah, this is awesome. What? This familiar here. I can't remember. There's one of those in a dungeon that we fight. A larger version of them, but I can't think of the dungeon off the top of my head. That's a Pokemon? Oh, I love how Ashrik's got the bucket out as well. The Tempest! I recognize them, but I couldn't think where. So I'm guessing it's in the Academia, right? Is where we would have found them before. Oh, I love that you're on the unicorn. There, all is well. You have nothing to fear. Hi, guys. How you doing? Theano. My, what a curious familiar. I suppose your creator sent you here to learn our ways, and perhaps achieve some degree of enlightenment. So, what would you ask of me? Tell me about yourself, Theano. Like most of my colleagues here at Anagnoresis, and I did see someone give me the description of that. Hold on, let me scroll back up and find it. Anagnoresis, the point in the plot especially of a tragedy at which the protagonist recognizes his or her or some other character's true identity, or discovers the true nature of his or her own situation. I see. Ha! Here is insight into a relationship with an often antagonistic character in Aristotelian tragedy. Huh. Interesting. Like most of my colleagues, I'm charged with observing the various creations in our care and assessing their suitability for life on Etheirys. It's an enormous responsibility, of course, though the sense of achievement from bringing new species into the world makes it all worthwhile. Well, and what kind of a place is this? Anagnoresis is one of the most important facilities in Elpis, as it is here that we ascertain the various merits and shortcomings of the various flora and fauna in our care. It derives its name from the ethos at the center of our work, that being the discovery of the creation's true nature. Only by allowing them to coexist in an environment such as this do they reveal unto us the essence of their being. What I'm not necessarily struggling to understand, but it's definitely something I'm wondering, is I wonder if they do indeed refer to the flower as Elpis, or if the Watcher told us that on the understanding that we might then seek out an ancient that still exists somewhere out there in the world, to ask them of the name Elpis. But then why wouldn't he just say, go find someone and ask them about Elpis, this research facility, you know? What should we do next, my little ones? A spot of sunbathing, perhaps? I'm in. Quite a question. Hey, this one's massive. Nicias, hello. I lost my familiar friend. Anagnoresis is not the safest place to wander unattended. You'd best return to your master's side. Something that I'm learning, it appears to have moss growing on its head. Oh, I love how you've got the Gubu minion out as well. That's a fantastic touch. We've begun to learn a little bit about Hydaelyn, and I mentioned earlier that I feel almost like a pawn to Hydaelyn at this point. Hydaelyn obviously mentions that the flower is important to us during Labyrinthos. Fails to mention anything about the final days to us at any point in the story, but happily provides that information to the Sharlians. What if this is all just another part of her plan, and she could foresee this, in that she's like omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, you know? Observing voracious predators and the like is an incredibly dangerous occupation, which is precisely why I keep my distance and leave the rest to you familiars. After all, I'm far too important to risk my neck gathering dung samples and the like. Paramonos. Okay, Paramonos. Planned since Warcraft 3. Phadias. Or Phidias? For a familiar, you appear quite inquisitive. Perhaps you were created to learn. Well, if there is anything you wish to know, I would be glad to explain. You then immediately ended the conversation, so I'm gonna guess that's a no. Ooh. Kelpie, isn't it? This is a Kelpie that we run into. Oh, my FF14 has crashed. I'm not even... Well... That's fun. Hi, chat. My 14 crashed. It's the final days, no Kelpie for you, lore overload. Now you get to see the beautiful zone art. Well, I was gonna say, I've just looked at the time. I'm literally at my stream end time anyway, so that isn't how I thought it would end, chat. I was gonna end with a big group photo or something, but my game has crashed. Sorry. The fabric of our PC has begun to fray. Emmett Selk thought it was funny to take his ether back. Couldn't handle the hype. Too much hype for the stream. Oh dear. Oh well, chat. Mrs. D20 has said now is the time. Oh no. See you next time, chat. Thanks for that, Kendra. I appreciate it. I don't know why that happened. I've had that happen a few times, but never on stream. Too much cork in the system? Chat, I'm reeling from that. We might as well end here. It's pointless me booting it back up. Come with me. Come with me. Wait. The stream has broken, chat. The stream has broken. Oh no, what is going on? I'm here, chat. Hello. Hi, there we go. Hi, chat. I'm here. Oh, it's broken. I fixed it. Chat. We'll be back tomorrow with the continuation. Let me get some music going. We'll be back tomorrow with the continuation of Elpis. Oh my goodness. I feel like the game crashing is almost like a sign, because I could have sat there and played for a long time. Let's go with Amazon Music. Boom. Enjoy, chat. There you go. We'll be back tomorrow. Vanar is also there. Vanar also is currently within Elpis with Argos. What's that about? That was unexpected. If you missed the VOD, definitely go back and rewatch it, chat. I am, again, a storm of emotion at the minute. There's been tears, there's been screams, there's been shouting, it's been a lot. But yeah. I think for now I am gonna go and crash. I need to go get dinner. We'll be back tomorrow, all day in Elpis, chat. All day. Rick, neither have I. Neither have I. Let me say goodbye to you wonderful, lovely people. Let me scroll up here. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. And goodbye to the following people. Julio, Terralyn, Enigma, Hans, Tea Leaf, Taj, Make a Stay, Bender Unit, Make Some Time, Erayu, Sparkling Parfait, Pi, Lime, Einfact, Norb, Z-City, Arna Shadowstar, Jellybean, Akira, Ponzoro, Third, Gowergratting, Username, Guiheens, Redacted for You, Yuri, Chromatica, Kate, Vagrancy, Hiss, Melody, Varn, Clivey Bear, Spalander, Prezia, Diamond, NS Drummer, Ogurd, McDougall, Tatey Bread, Known Me, Sparkling Parfait, Shoybox, Ruby, Memoria, Kalela, Asterin, Erastos, Chris, Anna, Alphines, Tea Leaf, Magdalena, Rick, Make a Stay, Enigma, Winterfall, Ashrick, Greybeard, Tatey, Vagrancy, Cloud Haze, thank you for the follow. Nemesis, Asik, Durthon, Spalander, San, Terralyn, Sengo's Raw, McDougall, Cloud, Wooden Dave, Alphines, Dank Dragon, Ariadend, Rando, Sajamir, Sunshine, Sign, Phoenix, Chimera, Leonix, Delpy, Tenchi, Mizira, Ogurd, Serena, Clulesbian, Crit, Zerpump, Rafgarian, Asuri, Mosa, Eveleaf, E.T., Winterfall, Cypher, Skull, Raiho, Seabass, Uriah, Lammower, Lazy Rico, Umemi, Luna Gamer, Tuna, Magdalena, Elita, One, Breathe, Velcro, On You. I will see you all tomorrow as we explore the research facility millennia in the past that goes by the name of Elpis. See you then, chat. Have a lovely rest of your Monday. We will reconvene on the morrow. Goodbye, everybody. Whew, what a day.